Hello TikTok! Today we're going to learn how to make jumbo hair scrunchies. So the pink is a jumbo hair scrunchie, where the blue and tan is a regular size scrunchie, just to give you guys a size comparison for this pattern. Okay, so you're going to need a fat fabric quarter of fabric at least. And we're going to cut it using a rotary cutter and a quilting ruler. And I do 8 inches in width and about 21 inches in length, but do that twice. And then we're going to attach these two 8x21 rectangles together by putting the pretty sides of the fabric together and pinning them on both ends, and then doing a 1/4 inch seam stitch on either end. And make sure that you're back stitching at the beginning and the end of these stitches as well. Now I'm just working on the other side. And when you've completed both ends, it will make a fabric loop. And we're going to want to press those seams down so it lays nice and flat. And now, matching my seams up on my table, I'm going to do the burrito method for this. So I'm going to take the inside fabric and fold it 3 times. This is fold 1, fold 2, and then final third fold here. And now I'm going to fold the outside fabric in half into like a taco. And I'm going to clip it. And using an erasable pen, I am going to mark off about 2 inches of an opening where I will not be sewing, so I can turn it right side out at the end of the project. So right here I'm back stitching and then doing a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way through. And before I hit the last clip, what I'm doing is I'm leaving my needle in the downward position. And now I'm taking the inside burrito with my right hand, and with my left hand I'm holding the outside taco, but I'm pulling the burrito as I hold the top, if that makes any sense at all. Apologies for my description. I am not a teacher, but that's what I'm doing. So you just have to be very, very careful, and then always have your needle in the downward position when you're doing the pull through to make sure that the fabric does not move. And you're going to do that a couple times, making your way through. And then just remember, do not sew over the red line that you had marked, and make sure that you're back stitching at the end to secure it. And now with our little 2 inch opening, we are going to pull the inside loop out so it is right side out. And then we're going to press the seam allowance or the seam down for that opening right there, and then get our elastic. So you can do up from a 1/4 inch elastic to a 1/2 inch. I prefer 1/2 inch for the jumbo scrunchies, and I cut it about 10 to 12 inches in length. And that really depends on your hair thickness at the end of the day. Like if you have a lot of hair, I would probably go around the 11 to 12 inch mark. But if you're like me and have fine hair, 10.5 inches is just fine. And now I use the safety pin method to feed my elastic through, and I use one safety pin to anchor, the other one to push through the loop. And then I tie off the elastic at the end like a balloon. And I just trim a little bit of the excess. You don't have to, but that's just a personal preference for me. And then I'm going to secure the opening. And these are the completed scrunchies, just to give you guys an example.